Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to this week's weekly update or weekend update, as I typically do these updates on the weekend. This morning is April 27th, and everything is right on track. Alright guys, so I'm just going to jump straight into the charts just to keep you all up to date on what is occurring. We're going to start with the dollar. As I said, and still are in this bearish megaphone pattern. And I suspect we are going to hit that 107 mark one of these times. I'm going to draw this real quick because I see something as I'm doing this video. We are in a downtrend channel, but that is a bull flag. All right, so I believe we're going to break out of that channel to the upside and tag that 107 mark. Next chart here is a little bit of an anomaly, only because I thought we would tag the upper side of this channel, which we have been in for I believe almost a year now, and we're back in this channel. So fear down is good. It's a good thing. Possibly what might be occurring here is we're going to tag this pink ascending trend line before proceeding upward again, and I do expect fear to increase at some point in the future. All right, our next chart here is the gold chart, and we are on our way to the 232 target price on GLD. And the reason why I believe we're going to get there is because of the dollar spike, and I do believe that fear will spike again. You can see a big gap right here, but we have broken out of this longer term inverse head and shoulders pattern, and that gives us our target price of 232. So gold will probably continue to spike along with the VIX and the dollar. All right, on to the SPY chart. So with the dollar, VIX, gold, precious metals, commodities spiking, we can expect a further pullback from SPY. Now we hit the bottom of this channel as I previously predicted both weeks and months ago. So that target has been hit. However, I said we could come into this orange/yellow area. Right now, the SPY is playing with us with the top of that channel. We're looking to break to the upside. Almost tagged that 50-day moving average, but we couldn't quite break out of that channel. So I think with the dollar continuing to rise, VIX looks like it's going to tag that pink ascending trend line and then up again, and gold looking to fill that gap and proceed up to its target of 232. We can expect further pullback from the SPY unless things change, and they must change quickly. NVIDIA is still looking to fill this gap right around here at 0.50 on fib retracement, all the way down to 0.618. All right, so this is a big gap we're still looking to fill, and I do believe that at some point in the future, NVIDIA and Megacorps have a little bit further down to go before they bounce and proceed up. All right, so that's my current sentiment on NVIDIA and Megacorps leading this US stock market. Okay, then we have our Bitcoin dominance chart. You can see the arrow I drew several weeks ago. I do believe we're going to come back down and either touch this red horizontal support or even the top of this descending purple trend line, which remember we had never broken out of in terms of Bitcoin dominance until just recently. So my thesis still remains that Bitcoin dominance comes down and tags either that horizontal red trend line or this descending purple trend line, bounces and then continues to proceed upwards. We could go sideways too here, guys. That is perfectly possible. And if we do, continue this sideways action on Bitcoin dominance, that would be a good sign for the alts. All right, on to our total 3 chart, which is all the alts, excluding Bitcoin and Ethereum. And this is the pattern that I drew several weeks ago. It's following that precisely. Again, I think that alts have, it's likely that alts have bottom, and we are in fact forming a double bottom pattern. So guys, if you're interested in alts, this is as good of time as any to dollar cost average in. You can play depending upon your risk tolerance and wait for that price to come down even further in various alts. But this pattern right here is forming on many alts, and you'll see it and you'll spot it, and you can start to dollar cost average in all the way to that double bottom pattern. Again, I am not positive that double bottom pattern will hold. So you want to keep a little cash on the side as a good strategy to enter in case we drop lower, which very well could be the case. And finally, back over to our Bitcoin chart. Look at this, guys. We're hitting that multi-year resistance line that I continue to talk about. I've talked about this now for 2 months. Before, when we were at the underside of it, I did not expect us to break through, but we did. And now we have utilized this as support for 4 different periods. The first over here, we wicked down. Second here. Third time was just recently, last week. You remember me talking about how many hits we had on that line, like 7 hits on that line. And every time we hit that line, guys, it does become a little bit concerning because that line becomes weaker and weaker. And now just today, we're hitting it again. All right, so the question remains, will we break below that line? All right, I think this is going to be our final chance here for the bears. If they want to break us below, they better do it now, because if we don't break below this line, the bulls will continue to hold us above that line, and I expect us to either pop back up into this range here all the way up to, which goes all the way up to 73,000. I'm not sure if we'll get there, more likely 71,000, or we could just trend sideways for a period of several weeks to months. That would be very boring, but it could give alts a chance to shine. All right, guys, so I'm keeping it short and sweet today. I'm going to try to keep these weekly updates a little bit shorter in terms of time frame, especially when there's not much going on. I mean, basically everything that I have talked about for the last 2 to 3 months is playing out exactly. Which is good. It's good for us because we can play these trades knowing what the charts are telling us is going to happen. That gives us a leg up on the trading competition, if you will. So hopefully this has helped you. And if so, like, comment, subscribe, all those things. Peace, y'all. See you in the next video.